Hello and welcome to today's video. In this video, we'll be discussing the importance of limiting sodium intake for stroke prevention. Stroke is a serious health condition that can have devastating consequences, and it's important to take steps to reduce your risk of experiencing one. One of the most effective ways to do this is by limiting your sodium intake. In this video, we'll be discussing the top 5 reasons why limiting sodium intake is so important for stroke prevention. We'll explore the ways in which excessive sodium intake can increase your risk of stroke, as well as the benefits of reducing your sodium intake for your overall health. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of why it's so important to be mindful of your sodium intake and how you can make small changes in your diet to reduce your risk of stroke. So, if you're interested in learning more about the importance of limiting sodium intake for stroke prevention, then keep watching. 1. Reduces high blood pressure. High blood pressure, also known as hypertension, is a major risk factor for stroke. It damages the blood vessels and can lead to a buildup of plaque, which can then form blood clots that can block blood flow to the brain. When we consume too much sodium, our bodies retain more water, which can increase the volume of blood in our veins and arteries. This puts more pressure on our blood vessels and can lead to hypertension. In fact, it's estimated that reducing sodium intake by just 1,000 mg per day can lower blood pressure by up to 5 points. By limiting our sodium intake, we can help control our blood pressure and reduce the risk of stroke. The American Heart Association recommends that adults should aim to consume less than 2,300 mg of sodium per day, and ideally closer to 1,500 mg. This can be achieved by choosing fresh, whole foods over processed or packaged foods, which often contain high amounts of sodium. It's also important to be mindful of how much salt we add to our food while cooking or at the table. Instead, try using herbs and spices to add flavor to your meals. Remember, reducing sodium intake is just one of the many lifestyle changes that can help reduce your risk of stroke. By making small changes in your diet and incorporating regular exercise into your routine, you can help maintain a healthy blood pressure and reduce your risk of stroke. 2. Prevents fluid buildup. Excessive sodium intake can lead to fluid buildup in the body, which can put additional strain on the heart and increase the risk of stroke. This is because when we consume too much sodium, our bodies hold on to more water, which can cause fluid to accumulate in the blood vessels and organs. When fluid accumulates in the blood vessels, it can make the heart work harder to pump blood through the body, increasing the risk of hypertension and stroke. Additionally, if fluid accumulates in the brain, it can lead to swelling and pressure within the skull, which can also increase the risk of stroke. By limiting sodium intake, we can help prevent excess fluid buildup and reduce the risk of stroke. This can be achieved by choosing fresh, whole foods over processed or packaged foods, which often contain high amounts of sodium. It's also important to be mindful of how much salt we add to our food while cooking or at the table. Instead, try using herbs and spices to add flavor to your meals. Reducing sodium intake is just one of the many lifestyle changes that can help reduce your risk of stroke. By making small changes in your diet and incorporating regular exercise into your routine, you can help maintain a healthy body weight and blood pressure, which can further reduce your risk of stroke. 3. Improves arterial health. High levels of sodium in the diet can contribute to the development of atherosclerosis, a condition where plaque builds up in the arteries and causes them to narrow and harden. When the arteries become narrowed and hardened, it can reduce blood flow to the brain and other organs, increasing the risk of stroke. Sodium can cause damage to the inner lining of the blood vessels, called the endothelium, which can lead to inflammation and the buildup of plaque. This plaque can accumulate over time and narrow the arteries, reducing blood flow and increasing the risk of stroke. By limiting sodium intake, we can help improve arterial health and reduce the risk of stroke. This can be achieved by choosing fresh, whole foods over processed or packaged foods, which often contain high amounts of sodium. It's also important to be mindful of how much salt we add to our food while cooking or at the table. Instead, try using herbs and spices to add flavor to your meals. Reducing sodium intake is just one of the many lifestyle changes that can help improve arterial health and reduce the risk of stroke. By incorporating regular exercise into your routine, maintaining a healthy body weight, and avoiding smoking, you can further improve arterial health and reduce your risk of stroke. 4. Supports overall heart health. Excessive sodium intake can contribute to the development of heart disease, which is another major risk factor for stroke. High levels of sodium can cause the body to retain more water, which can increase blood volume and put extra pressure on the heart. This can lead to hypertension, or high blood pressure, which is a major risk factor for heart disease and stroke. Heart disease can also be caused by the buildup of plaque in the arteries, which can be worsened by excessive sodium intake. By limiting our sodium intake, we can help improve overall heart health and reduce the risk of stroke. In addition to reducing sodium intake, there are other lifestyle changes we can make to support heart health and reduce the risk of stroke. Regular exercise can help strengthen the heart and improve blood flow, while maintaining a healthy body weight can reduce the workload on the heart and lower the risk of hypertension. Eating a diet that is rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins, while limiting saturated and trans fats and added sugars, can also help support overall heart health. By making these small changes, we can improve our heart health and reduce our risk of stroke. 5. Lowers the risk of other health problems. Limiting sodium intake has been shown to have a wide range of health benefits beyond just reducing the risk of stroke. Research has found that reducing sodium intake can also lower the risk of other health problems, such as kidney disease and stomach cancer. Excessive sodium intake can contribute to the development of kidney disease, which can increase the risk of stroke. When the kidneys are damaged, they may not be able to effectively filter waste products from the blood, leading to a buildup of toxins in the body. This can cause hypertension and inflammation, both of which are risk factors for stroke. By limiting sodium intake, we can help support kidney function and reduce the risk of kidney disease, ultimately reducing the risk of stroke. Additionally, high sodium intake has been linked to an increased risk of stomach cancer. This is because salt can irritate the lining of the stomach, leading to inflammation and damage. Over time, this damage can increase the risk of cancer. By limiting sodium intake, we can help reduce the risk of stomach cancer and lower the risk of stroke as well. Overall, reducing sodium intake is an important step towards maintaining good health and reducing the risk of a variety of health problems, including stroke. By making small changes to our diet and lifestyle, we can improve our overall health and well-being, and reduce the risk of stroke and other health problems. Thank you for watching. We hope that this video has helped you understand the importance of limiting sodium intake for stroke prevention. Remember, small changes in your diet can make a big difference in reducing your risk of stroke. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos on health and wellness, and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new content. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.